Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are negative on our energy credits and food. Although I think that energy credit might switch around eventually. I mean, we do have this buy order in here, and that's pretty much the main problem there. So we need to increase our food generation, and that will solve our energy credit situation as well. So that's fantastic, although we're going to need to continue to work on our energy credits for sure, because we know that it's going to cost us a lot of energy credits to get all of these defense platforms good to go. Eventually, we're going to want to downgrade our number of defense platforms, but for right now, that is not particularly an option. So we've got this Forge World here. We definitely want to put in a food processing center. I don't know that that'll actually solve this job. We may have to wait for a demotion, but we'll see what ends up happening there. Let's see. A mining world. Yep, nothing too much to be done there. The Great Regarian Empire has insulted us. Okay, you'll forgive me if I dim my display, Pictling. I simply cannot stand to look at your nauseating appearance. Indeed, we are quite nauseating, so that is absolutely fine. We're doing well on influence as well. We do need to come up over here, of course, and drop a gateway construction site somewhere over here. That'll do just fine. So no problem whatsoever there. Now we do have 17,000 alloys in the bank. Our star bases are well underway on building their defense platforms, although I feel like we maxed these out, but we're up to 108 now. What is increasing the amount of defense platforms that can be built around this starbase? The tooltip isn't actually showing. Something is increasing this number consistently over time, and I'm not sure what it is. Like, what would it be? It's related to something. And that number is going up, and I'm not sure what that number is. I guess we'll queue up a few defense platforms in each of these locations and get those good to go. I mean, these stations are becoming nigh unto impregnable, for sure. With 108 defense platforms, it's going to be tough for them to break in. There's no doubt about it. But what is causing this number to increase? Sadly, the tooltip doesn't give us a breakdown. I wish that it did. The Cowig station just finished up here, so we do need to go take a look at what's going on with that, because we need to get that upgrading immediately up to a Citadel. That is top priority right now, so we'll go ahead and do that. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's actually affecting that. It's probably something in like empire size or just empire population. Something along those lines.
Complete.
Something is variable and tied to one of our statistics here. Now, we are frozen right now. We'll get to that in a moment. This research finished up. Strike craft damage. That is absolutely fine. And we are going to go over to defense platform hull points. We'll do the trick. But yeah, our number of defense platforms is clearly tied to something. Is it in one of our traditions here? Perhaps under unyielding? Defense platform cap plus 50%. Defense army health is in crest. Okay, they've made a typo there, but sure. Starbase and defense platforms are buffed. Starbase cap and upgrade cost reduction. Nothing in unyielding. It's clearly somewhere. And at this point, I have no idea where it might be. So that's definitely a bit of an issue. Well, it's not really an issue, but it's... actually, it's a bit of an issue, because we're going to have our energy credit situation just getting steadily worse in that situation. So I would like to figure out what it is. I don't think it's a policy here. I'm pretty sure that's not what we've got going on. I know it's not an edict. Fortify the border and Grand Fleet. Neither of these have anything to do with Starbase, or rather defense platform capacity. Actually, I feel like I need to look it up. I really want to know this. So let's see here. Let's search for Stellaris defense platform capacity. I really want to know this, and I don't know off the top of my head here. So we've got star bases and defense platform modifiers. Okay. The wiki doesn't really seem to say. That said, I bet I know exactly what it was. I think I know. I'm pretty sure that the issue is that we finished up the Strategic Coordination Center upgrade here. Yes, defense platform cap. Okay, so that's what it is. We can continue to upgrade this if we want to. Right now, I feel like that's not super necessary. The one down here is maxed, correct? I'm glad I figured that out. But yeah, the one down here is maxed. And let's see here. So this would be the final addition. I think we go ahead and put this in. It is 15,000 alloys, no doubt about that. And our food is going negative a bit right now. That's a little bit of a concern, but we do have this unification station here. And I suppose that we could put in an admin complex. That's fine. What else do we have going on down here? And actually, I think we might be having some performance issues because I have Unity open. Let me go ahead and close that. Fantastic. I think that's maybe a little bit better. It's probably not hugely better. This agro world here could absolutely need a agriculture district. That would be great. We're very happy to put an agriculture district in. And this agro world as well. That's really good too. We're going to put in another agriculture district there. This is a forge world. It's not much of a forge world. We'll go ahead and put in an alloy mega forge for the moment. This forge world here, we could definitely put in an industrial district. Now, this is set up as a forge world as well. I kind of got a nourishment center here now. We don't have anywhere currently. We've got an energy grid on here. I'm going to replace the energy grid for now with a food processing facility, and we're going to put in an agriculture district. Agriculture district first. And I'm going to swap this over to an agro world. I feel like we're doing okay on our ally generation. We'll get that switching over slowly over time. Another agriculture district going in here. That's great. And another one. Actually, we're going to put in a food processing center here. There we go. That sounds fantastic. So we're really happy that that's all happening. What else do we have here? So our terraformations here are non-great. They'll get done eventually, but it'll be a bit. Look at that. We're actually positive in food this month. I like it. That does mean we're going to be able to back off on our food order, and we will go back to 1,300. Cool. So that is absolutely fine. We do have a good amount of alloys at the moment, so we will go ahead and queue up a few defenses with those. Let's see. Most of these are already built up. So we'll just go ahead and get those going. Yeah, so that's all capped out. Wonderful. And this is going to go up again when we finish up our Strategic Coordination Center. We're not going to build any more of those. I'm pretty happy right now. Well, we could use another fleet, but I'm really quite happy with our fleet situation. So I don't think that's a problem. Like, our performance in the last war was absolutely fine. We are definitely going to have another war breaking out. The question is, will we be the aggressor? We'll see. It'll definitely be interesting. We're going to continue to queue up a bunch of these Twilight's Judge class platforms. There we go. We are not capped out here, but we are in need of alloys. So that'll do for the moment. How many more bastions do we need to go through here? Well, quite a few is the answer. Quite a few indeed. And we're also going to need to make the Cowig station. We're going to need to make this into a citadel as well. So we're of course going to do gun, missile, and we need alloys. So we'll wait for our alloys to come in. There we go. Hangar, and then gun, missile, and hangar. There we go. And target uplink computer, defense grid supercomputer. Actually, we could probably switch off of the defensive grid supercomputer at some point and go for, like, the command center. Effect on allied ships. I wonder if that affects defense platforms. If so, it's probably worth dropping the 8 defense platforms for the command center. for the 10% fire boost. In fact, it's definitely worth that. I don't know if it actually counts or not, though. So that's definitely a concern. We'd have to run a test on that. And the easiest way to do that would be not in this game. So that's going to be a thing, I think. And, oh yes, these guys. They're just kind of chilling down over here. We're going to jump drive. Actually, we're going to keep them here, aren't we? This is fine. I'm not concerned about that. Yeah, that's okay. So that'll be just fine. Let's check through for jobs again. See if we've got any of those good to go. Yes, this Forge World. This Forge World is absolutely swapping over. We're going to replace this administrative park with a food processing facility, and we're going to put in a bunch of agriculture districts here. This is going to switch over to an agri world. Excellent. We can also drop our monthly trade again, and so we shall. Space Storm. Okay, that's fine for the moment. This generator world here. I think we're going to demolish this Sky Dome. That, of course, is a locked location. But we could replace this Sky Dome, and we would replace that with a food processing facility. And then we would swap this over to an agri world, and we would replace all these generator districts with agriculture districts. That'll do for now. That should get us some good food flowing in. Now, we are going to need more generators, that's for sure. This is set up as a Forge World right now. There's not really a good thing to do here, so we could move these over to, say, this agri world here, Zedva. So we'll go ahead and resettle that on over. So, let's see, where is it? It's in this list somewhere, but I wish we could sort this alphabetically. That would be awfully nice. Okay. Where is it? I probably passed it, but we'll see what we've got here. I don't think it's this far down, is it? Oh, no, here it is. Perfect. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move over. It needs to be the core. Okay, that makes more sense. So we're going to head down over here. We're going to go from bottom up because that seemed to be much faster. Yeah, so from the core over to Zedva. Perfect. Okay, so on Zedva, we will go ahead and put in an agriculture district. This won't actually help this job because we have a specialist unemployment. Actually, it will. A specialist could be a pearl diver, but this is not... This is a Gaia world, so we actually don't have pearl divers. So that's not actually going to fix that job. Okay, that's fine. That's everything else good to go. How long on our truce? 2642. So we've still got time. Good. We could definitely use some time. Okay, so we're good to go on the Devasa station. Astrikian Hadar is where we're at. Give it some defense platforms here. I don't know how... Oh, we actually need to queue up a lot of them. Okay, got it. So this is definitely more than I was expecting, but that's okay. We're lacking a little bit of alloys here. But with another 5k coming in, that will allow us to queue up another 10 defense platforms. Now, these will take a while to construct. No doubt about it. But that's okay. We're in a much better position than we were in the last piece. And honestly, I don't think they pose much of a threat to us. They're probably going to try to declare on us again, but it's not going to go well for them. I don't know why they would, but that's been their pattern, so I guess we'll see. So the Hadar station here definitely still needs quite a number of these, and the question is how many more? Okay, we need like 20. We're going to sell off some minerals here, and that allows us to buy in alloys. We'll go ahead and do so. Excellent. And we will queue up a few more defense platforms. There we go. The Hadar station is now maxed out. So we'll go for Halix next. Perfect. And we're lacking alloys again, but that's fine. Okay, while we're waiting for more alloys to come in, of course, we go back to job work. Let's see if there's any jobs that have popped up over here. So far, that's a negative, but actually, yes, here's one. Cool. Now, we're maxed out on generator districts here, so we're going to put in an agriculture district. And we're also going to put in, is that a food processing facility? No, that's a nourishment center. So we're going to put in a food processing facility there. And on this forge world, it's not much of a forge world, but we'll put in an alloy nano plant there. Okay, sounds good. What else do we have going on down here? An agri world requiring a job. It doesn't actually, it needed a demotion, and I think it just demoted? Okay, we'll call that good. Or it immigrated somewhere else, because the job didn't go down. So I'm thinking it immigrated. Did I just see a defense platform not grayed out? No, I did not. Okay. So Hadar is, of course, good to go. The Halleck station doesn't need that much more. We'll get that maxed out. And the Ezek station, we've got a ways to go here, as we can see, but most of these have a lot of their defense platforms already constructed. So that's great. So like terminal egress, yeah, most of these are in like the 80s or 19. A lot of them down this way are actually 19. That's because they're fairly new, but a lot of these are also a lot more good to go than you might think. Of course, these are in locations where they don't have shields. Technically, in these locations, we should have another variant of each of these. If we wanted to min-max, we should have another variant of each of these that only runs armor. That sounds like work, though, and we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to drop off alien megastructures, sure. Instead, we're going to drop off our food purchase by another 100, and this will keep our energy credit outflow a little bit under control, but not hugely. Our energy credit outflow is definitely our big weakness right now. And yeah, you can see our food generation has dropped. That's absolutely fine and completely expected. Now, if we go into our policies, we're set up as a mixed economy right now. Consumer goods from jobs minus 25% and alloys from jobs plus 25%. That might actually be a good thing to do, since we're running a pretty big surplus on consumer goods. Let's go ahead and do that. That will boost up our alloy generation pretty dramatically. We're on consumer benefits trade policy, which is also... I thought we were on wealth creation. Let's swap over to wealth creation and see what that does to our economy. That might put our consumer goods negative. We'll see. How much of this is from trade? Actually, yeah, it should put our consumer goods negative. So we're expecting here that our energy credits go quite positive to a large degree, and our consumer goods go negative. Again, to a pretty large degree. Yeah, about 1,000 and 4,000. Okay, I think that's something we can work with. So let's go ahead and head through here. So this Forge world, we're maxed out on industrial districts. We're maxed out on agriculture districts. We've also got a full civilian repli complex here. So what we should put in here, since we can't put in a second civilian repli complex, those are, of course, a planet limit 1 of 1. We are instead, I think, going to put in simply a hydroponics farm. This isn't hugely efficient, but we'll go ahead and do that. This Forge world here, I'm going to drop out... Actually, no, I'm not going to drop out anything. I'm instead going to put in the civilian industry. We'll upgrade that, because we definitely need to bring up our consumer goods generation now that we dropped that dramatically. Terraforming complications over here on Sigma Draconis mean that we should absolutely come in here and clear these tile blockers. There we go. Beautiful. Our gateway construction site is ready, and we will head up to Grumium, and we will go ahead and get that going. Wonderful. All those terraformations finishing up, that is very solid. This research station requires a job, and obviously we're going to put in a civilian industry upgrade. Cool. We've been kind of lax on that in the past little while. I think here we're going to put in a civilian repli complex as well as a system capital complex. On this agri world here, we're absolutely going to put in an agriculture district. Remember, we do get consumer goods from agriculture districts on ocean worlds, so that is definitely beneficial for us right now. What else can we do down through here? Looks like for now that's it. Okay, sounds good. We are going to head up to the Halleck station, or actually the Ezak station, and we're going to see about queuing up a few additional Twilight's Judge class defense platforms. We are now earning almost 6,000 alloys per month, which is a big increase. I like it. So we're going to queue up a bunch of these. How many was that? That was a lot for sure. The Ezek station is going to continue to get a few more. And now I was actually expecting that to max us out. We need 7 more. Okay. Actually 6 more because it's 0 indexed. Well, that's like 3,000 alloys. So that's half of a month's worth. Not too bad there at all. Here's the month tick, and we'll queue up these last few. There we go. Fantastic. So, our main concern right now is consumer goods. I mean, we're working on that, but we have a very large deficit of it right now. This Forge world, we're maxed on civilian replica complexes, so we're going to put in an industrial district there. We're definitely very solid on our energy credits now, so I like that a lot. Here, we're going to put in civilian replica complexes. What else do we potentially have here? This Forge world here does not... Actually, it is maxed out on consumer goods. So, to that end, we should definitely put in an industrial district. We are maxed on our minerals. We're going to buy in alloys here. And we're going to then sell off our minerals. And we'll buy in a few more alloys. There we go. Beautiful. What trade price? Oh, it's going to be our food. Okay, that's fine for now. We're definitely still needing to work on our food generation. But this agro world needs a job, and that will help. Each one of these jobs producing 37 food. Not bad. And 5 consumer goods as well. Well, that's 2 jobs in total. But overall, that's not bad at all. I like it. So we're going to continue down through here. And let's see, this generator world here. Honestly, we're going to swap this over to an agro world. Agriculture districts, remember, give us both food and consumer goods. We need both. We're going to build an agriculture district, and we're also going to put in a civilian industry. There we go. That should keep that going for a while. Excellent. Back down to our stations here. We'll go down to the Ezak station is full, so the terminal egress station. Excellent. And we will, of course, have to do one more pass here after we finish up our next, what do we call those? Strategic Coordination Centers. That's right. That'll be good. We could maybe get another, well, we need 150 fleet cap out of that, and that's quite a bit. So I doubt we're going to be able to get another fleet just based off of that. But we'll go ahead and queue up these defensive platforms. We are maxed on the Ophel station now, and so we'll go into the Gindik station. That one's going to take us a while to get through. But we're going to be pretty through this pretty soon. We do, however, require a building in this last building slot on the Cowig station, and we're going to put in a disruption field generator there. We also need to queue up a pair of ion cannons here. These are our last 2 ion cannons that we need to queue, and that is fantastic. We do have a lot of bastions left to go here, no doubt about that. We're on the Gindiks right now, and we'll go ahead and queue up a few defense platforms here, just so that we can get those constructions underway. I do think that once we finish up with the Demon's Maw station, I think that once we have this plus the edicts on, we have the Space Storm right now. But once the Space Storm goes away and we have our edicts on, I think this breaks 400k. Nice. It's very expensive, no doubt about it. But honestly, our energy credits are holding for the moment, so I'm pretty content with that. We're going to go ahead and sell off our minerals here. There we go. We can scale back our buy order by 200, actually by 300. There we go. That's fantastic. This Forge world here, it really just needs that industrial district. We'll put that in for now. Okay, that'll do just fine. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue working on our food and consumer goods deficit, and continue throwing alloys into our bastions. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.